welcome to the circus. I'm your host, Phoenix Electra. This is our co-host, Loki. We're here to keep you in stitches on Sunday afternoons, or evenings, or mornings, or wherever it might be. Costume shop. And make sure you come in, bring a project. My teacup is empty. Stop by the concession stand. I know that's what Loki is mostly waiting for. He just wants the snacks. He just wants snacks. You ready? Do you think I refilled the snack drawer? You're here by your lonesome right now. Do you have a word for your fans? Do you have any comments? Yeah. Please, Mom. Where's the snacks? Where's the snacks? Can you do it now? Alright. Oh! Little man's gonna be on his way shortly. Yep. Oops, we opened snacks in the drawer accidentally. Yes? Oh, Freya Fruifers wants some too. Hold on, boys. Here. You each stay here. Let me get some for your sister. Oh, there goes my seat! There goes my seat! Okay. All right. Oh, you're in my jewels. Oh, you boys better slow down. You better slow down. Okay. Okay. Ow! Last one. Last one. Snacks have been had. Yay! We're gonna put this. Don't open it up again. There we go. All right. Excuse your Fanny. Hello, welcome. I hope everyone has had a good weekend. It has been. We moved a lot of stuff around. I planned a whole bunch of stuff for today, and we'll see what happens, because, as is sometimes the case, I have big plans one day, and then I get to it the day, and I'm like, I'm tired. I'm just tired. So I thought we would start off, actually, with something that we have not yet attempted, which is to make a continuous strip of bias tape. I have a couple of places where I want it, and I want to see how it works for sewing little lacing pieces. We just take the strip and stitch them with the bias maker attachment. I did try the gauge cutter with stretchy fabric. Did not work so well, so I'm hoping that it works better with this woven material. It's soft on one side, softer, not sheer, shiny and matte polyester or something. Feels like plastic, but it's what we have a lot. Oh, it's in front of me. We have quite a bit of it. So I cut this piece into a square, and the direction said to mark one side with an X, the top and the bottom with an X. We're going to take a pencil. Do X. And on the bottom side. And this one is O. At the left and the right. Because we're going to, on the triangle, cut it, stitch it. and then you stitch it again. Alright, so we have our sides marked. We have shears. We have our sides lined up. I'll start this way. So I'm just going to take one triangle end. I know this is a square. Yeah, so I was getting ready to get started, and I get the computer was on. Turn the camera on, and there's so much light coming through. Everything was black. Now we still have this like diffuse light going on, but okay. I feel like I should stand up. Smart person. Well, if I had different space, I would have a giant cutting table. But I don't. I'm just gonna lay this down and hope for the best. But it's gonna be fine. If we're doing this on the straight, we could just rip it, but that's not how bias works. I don't. Oh, we are like crushing. Yeah, we're gonna keep you in stitches because if I don't make cracks and chokes, everybody's gonna leave me because we are. Phoenix, what are you doing? Oh, you know, making a fool of myself on the infowebs. Will this rip? No, it will, but not the direction I want. That was fun. Alright, I might need to take this to the... Oh, there's the one I started. Well, it's been a little while since we fabric wrestled. Okay, 2 triangles, and we're going to hold them to make a parallelogram. We're going to stitch, we're going to finger press, we're going to stitch another section. And this is where we're supposed to find our X's and our O's. Okay. Here's an X. You'll need to find, I'm just going to use my presser foot, hold all that fabric. Here's my other X. It helps if I look on the correct side of the fabric. I drew them on the side. Here's an O. Here's my X. These are going to go like this, X to X. gonna just slip in a couple pins because we've got, let me make sure right sides together, wrong sides out. Alright, we're just double checking because this is white, but it does have a written wrong side. Knowing us right now, we would love it up. And there's just a lot of fabric because, what is this, they're all 60 inches, more than 60 inches. I've got a lot. We're making a lot of bias tape. But out of all the years I've sewed, I've never done this technique, so it's always a first time for everything. Probably should have actually pulled out the iron, but maybe. Almost got enough pins. We'll just get far enough because there's a couple of, we're not, oh, we attempted to rip, we're not quite lined up. So we'll just fix that later. Been so cold, like 40s in the daytime and in the 20s at night. It's chilly. I don't want to go outside. I'm gonna just get back into the hot bathtub. Alright, let me line this up and let's bring it a little closer. Okay. And we're back. I cleaned out quite a bit of fluff from the machine earlier, trying to find where that squeak is. It's like right here. Oiled everywhere I could see, oiled under the hood. We'll see what happens. Make sure I got a little bit on the bobbin because it slides across in the case there. Found a bolt that was loose, but I tried to tighten it and I don't think it made much of a difference. We're gonna have a lot of bias tape. But with that bias tape, attach cutter and attacher foot. Why not have self-made bias? Also, was I talking about that yesterday, thinking about making a whole bunch of little ribbon roses and that whole thing of ribbon quilling. I tried to do a search on the tubes and there was nothing. Oh, no, can we just drive the right direction, please? Thank you. You know, this fabric looks really light, but the amount of it is a little bit heavy. So yesterday, as if I didn't have enough stuff already cut out, and I did say that I was going to wear the video that I made last week. And I did wear it a little bit earlier today until I ran into a slight wardrobe malfunction. So that wasn't going to happen. Not displeased with it. glad that I did not cut up into the velour yet as we learn a little bit, work out more of the kinks. I still have a fair amount. Also, I still have that skirt cut, so I have so much to sew, so we'll see what happens. We'll just carry on carrying on. We're just background nice today. Oh, Jiminy Christmas. Okay, sit up straight, close your mouth. Why am I sewing with my mouth open again? That concentration face. That's why you're supposed to smile. Or make faces. Nice, I'm just going to trim down the bite. I've got the selvage edge. Oh, my lighting is so wonky. Yeah, this natural light sometimes does odd, ethereal looking things. Hey, William! It's going. How are you doing? Hopefully the Santa Anas don't cause any troubles down that way. We're just having a slow sewing day. Moved a lot of stuff around yesterday, so I'm just like, oh, I've got all these things, but let's start off with making bias tape. Because I just needed a few straight lines to sew. I've never done this. But if I'm on a low buy, that means I can't be scouring the Goodwill for pre-made bias tape and bags. So I've got what I've got, or I gotta make some. So we're learning how to make it. Oh, you're cleaning and doing laundry. Yes, I did do laundry, and I tried to get a whole bunch of tidying done yesterday, because it never goes. So are you vetting new streaming softwares instead of having me show you how to use Rumble Studio to pay $0? Alright, I'm going to give this a quick trim because I don't think I need all of this extra. And then we'll just finger press it because I'm not taking out the iron right now. Now, yesterday we washed the sheets, so we climbed into the bed with still warm from the dryer, freshly washed sheets. Nothing beats it. I'm a big fan. Yeah, you good job finally dumping StreamYard. So far, Restream is okay. All right. That's definitely one of the other ones I hear folks talk about. Excuse me. Don't need to be yawning so loud into the microphone. Okay. Almost was afraid I cut into the seam, which would have not been awesome. But so far, so good. The next part is, I know this is supposed to have another stitch in it because you make it like a tube. So I wonder if we did the X's together, if we line the O's up together next. And then we get our cutting tool gauge and do a whole bunch of cutting. Nobody. We'll just do a quick little open, deep pressy thing. We'll just finger press it because that actually is not terrible with this fabric. It's very noisy fabric. There's an O. Where's my next O? O, O, O. Oh, again, I'm trying to look on the wrong side of the fabric. One of them is in my hand. Where's the other one? I'm so confused. Okay, 1X. Did I cut it off somewhere? What did I do? Oh, this fabric shows all of the cat fluff that was thin on the floor. On the side that I ripped. Oh, Phoenix, is this like the most complicated thing and it's not supposed to be that hard? Yeah, I'm kind of stuck on the short bus right now. I will admit it. We are on the struggle bus of bias tape making. Oh, yeah. Someone's up, and it looks like there's. I guess I could like consult the instructions instead of like blabbering like a loser. Alright, there's my 1O. I drew 2 O's, right? Shouldn't it still be here? Alright. We're just gonna go for it. These sides look like they line up. Okay. Let's consult the instructions real quick before we sew this up. We don't want to be a complete flop. We haven't broken any needles. Things are going pretty good. So, continuous bias tape tutorial. Yes, do. Okay, we joined it. We flipped it. We cut it. And then we sew along the inside lines of the parallelogram. Alright. That seam should be running up and down. Where's the one with it? Okay, we don't need the calculators because we're just making a super long bunch of it. Yes. Cut on the diagonal, check. Triangles right side together, marking check, check. On the outside of the, okay. Bring the short diagonal sides together, forming a tube. Okay. Okay. This is supposed to be here. We bring that in towards the center. And we take this bottom. Triangle piece into the center. Ah, sewing geometry. Okay. I did not think this was going to make me feel like such a doomie. Also, it would probably help if I was like laying. Where's the... That's the picture I used the last time. Alright, let's see if we can. I'm gonna scroll down. Okay, we did that. We cut. We stitched. There's the line that we stitched. Yes. It's open. Turn it facing up. And our seam. Okay, so there's the middle. There's going to be a triangle point on this side. That we kind of ruined. There's the triangle. This triangle from down here. And put these together. No, we are still flailing around like we're not going to draw any lines because we're going to use the cutter tool, the gauge. Open the fabric and iron the seam. Check. Turn the fabric so the right side is facing up. You know, I think I need to just lay this on the floor because I'm trying to do it on this little table and I don't have enough room. What I'm doing. Alright. Beautiful. Parallelogram. Yes, it just doesn't help that I ripped it around here. And baking tools. Here, I thought this was going to be easy. This is way harder than I know that it's going to be fine, but man, oh man. It's making me feel silly. put some pins in here, see what it looks like, and hope for the best. Oh my gosh. Hold on 1 second. Or can I? Oh, it's getting frozen in here. He's got the door open so the cats can run around, but I'm getting cold. Making me grouchy. Yeah, do not try to rip this on the bias. It won't rip very nicely. It's a good thing I think we're going to have enough bias tape that it will be fine, but note to self, do not try to rip on the bias. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. Okay. We're back. Yeah, I think this method actually makes sense. I probably would have been better off, or would have been nice to myself and tried on a small square rather than starting off with a giant amount of fabric, but you know, why not just jump in all feet first? Did something funny? What we're gonna do is we're just gonna pin it from the other side and we'll just trim that section off and pretend it never happened. Okay. Let's plop in one more pin. We'll transfer the pins of the pin to the side we're going to be sewing from. We'll sew another line and get out the cutting tools. Oh, don't bleed on the white fabric. Not today, kids. Not today. Okay, we're back at the beginning. We can almost start sewing. No, the other one. Oh, yeah. Okay. I do need some more tea, though. Do we have any more tea, dear? Okay, let's do another line of sewing. We are crushing live stream. We're the best at sewing. No, not really. We try really hard. Okay. So I'm not completely sure this is right, but I think we're gonna make this work. It's just gonna be fine. Everything's fine. Gonna try not to step. That's good. We're not gonna treadle on our fabric that we're sewing. That would be bad. Oh, did I? Nope, did not unthread our needle. It's the little things sometimes. Now I've been slowly starting to go through some of my closet collection, and I think we're at a spot where I can get rid of some stuff that I did not make but I don't know why I'm hold that. I need room for all the stuff we're making. Just need a little space. I just need a little space. Oh, I think we finally greased up enough that squeaked is off. Was somewhere in the bobbin race area because I tilted my ear down and I was like, ear, where do you hear that squeak coming from? And I said, oh, I haven't lifted the hood and oiled under there in a while. Maybe we should do that. You know, this material it would be kind of nice for that petticoat we looked at yesterday, but it's also not very warm, but it would stitch nicely because it's solid. We'll see. That's not on my list for this year, so I don't need to rush projects. I've got enough that we're working on. Hey, dude! You had you run around outside until I yelled and that I was too cold? Are you gonna get dirt on my... Okay. Thank goodness your feet are not completely muddy from running around outside, but it's not been raining, so... Can't be muddy. Okay, thanks for a shot. Sorry, I don't have any more treats right now. I just gotta wait till supper. Did I leave them closed? Oh, yep. Found a pair of shears that slid it where the bias gauge cutter fit nicely onto. Wow, that was... Sometimes words are real hard. Especially when you're sleepy. I know, one of the other things I have for quick sewing is a panel from the sheer... Where's it on the panel with me? Sheer, because I wanted to try out some of the fabric manipulation styles because where's it over there sketched? I have an idea for a dress with smocking under the bust and then to add the shaping. So we're gonna try the gathered triangle-y shaped bust detail on the blue chemisette and coordinated bloomers that I cut. Yeah, I cut that yesterday, but I thought it would be cute to have one of the reasons for making this bias tape is to, as I said earlier, to stitch it together so we can use it as details. And I want it for at the leg border because then we can run some ribbon through it to tie it off at the thigh so it's not too loose. And then we will also use a strip of it and the waistband to tie the bloomers. So, and additionally, we'll actually use some just for literal bias binding. on. So, because for the other leotard I cut, I did a single panel from the center front and into the center section of the shorts bottom. Hey Jess, welcome, welcome. Good, good, not too terrible, just slow and tired. Oh, now the light. Clouds keep moving, the light is just going haywire today. We're attempting continuous bias binding for the first time. Alright, let's get to this end and start. Let's trim this. Then we'll get the cutting tool, the gauge, and we'll cut. Just get some of the bulk off there. Hey dude! Yep, tried to get all the. Wow, I am so yawning today. Pardon me. Did some cleaning and did tidying, laundry, all this, little of that, all those things that just need to get done. Just being careful because we're using my customary gray and gray. I actually have white bottom thread with white top thread. I just don't want to cut through my seam. That would be bad. Not that we don't already have a huge rip in there, but you know. Oh, well that doesn't help. Don't cut the section that didn't stitch. That's not gonna work. Oh, that's weird. Oh, Jessica always wanted to learn how to do that. Yeah, I didn't watch. Yes, me too. So I was like, well, you've got a lot of fabric and you've got some places where you could use it. So let's try it. First step, make sure that your seams catch both of the layers. That was not me trimming through it. The hard part so far with the amount of fabric that I had is the second seam. The first one went down a charm. So I think if I wasn't jumping in feet first, I would have done a smaller square just to get a feel for it. Right now I'm ironing a bunch of fabric so you can make some videos and get ahead of the week. Awesome. Yeah, that's... I'm glad when I can get away with finger pressing. Ironing. The task I'd love to not have to do, but I know it makes a huge difference. Okay, let's actually make sure we get the seam stitch this time. That was always fun. Okay, now we've closed that hole. Good, good. All right. Well, let's see what else we actually need to cut off, and then we'll get out the next tools that we're going to try. All right, I'm just going to take off this giant triangle right here. Okay, we are trimmed. We've attempted to tidy our workspace. Brilliant. Alright, so I think let me get the next set of tools. I found of the shears at my disposal, these littler ones sat in the gauge nicer. So let's one gauge procured is set on the V for the bias setting. I know it's split up. There we go. Let's stick our puzzle box. Yeah. And so then the bottom end of the shears just slips into the little groove and fabric okay, I'll throw that overboard. Alright, so I got one giant tube. Which side? No. Okay. Fingers crossed. So I'm going to lift up the shears, slide the fabric in the slot. Feel like I need to be an octopus. Hope this can feed this. Is probably, once I get the knack of it, gonna be a great. I'm gonna enjoy this process. Right now, it's leaving me feeling knackered. Just slide it through. I'm going to just slide it along the gauge. I want to not squish it too much. If you're feeling. Okay, but here's the tool. Slide it on the scissors. And this tool, I think I measured it, makes the 7/8 inch strip, which is fortunate because that is also the size they recommend for the bias foot attachment, or the binding attachment. I'm trying to not squish the fabric in so that strips don't get too big. And I don't feel like cutting this all right now. We'll cut a strip and just try to sew these bias, sew the straps, just to see how that works. Today we're just trying stuff out. Here's our strip so far. My cutting is terrible. If you are skilled with a rotary cutter, you could do it also that way, but from what I see, that method requires rulers and lines, and I say, no thank you. Oh, so this is where that grip is. What? This is going to be interesting. Let's see what happens. I don't know if it's going to be anything good. It's going to be fine. I'm just not going to worry about it. I'm afraid I'm going to like ruin or waste something, and I have to remind myself, I paid $5 for this roll, and if anything happens, I'll just cut it up and use it for something else. It's completely fine. Nothing is going to waste, and I didn't ruin anything. I started cutting here instead. Okay. I know, Phoenix. I will, but I like trying. You never know exactly. I'm like, it's gonna be fine. If I won't know if I like or dislike doing something a certain way unless I try it. I'll give most things that I'll do it once. I might never do it again. Yeah, so I'm just trying to carefully slide the gauge along with the shears. Again, probably easier if somebody's got a giant open section of floor or cutting mat, cutting table. This might be way easier, but alas. Working with the tools that we have. Alright, let me roll this. Alright, here's our new strip that we're cutting. I think I got a little narrow. This is definitely a little jaggedy. On par with most of my cutting ability. Because it's a tube, just trying to keep the fabric. Okay, don't poke through my hoodie. Oh, yeah. Oh no. Thought I pulled the gauge off, but I didn't. I just. I find a sweet distance of lining everything up. Also, if we're gonna do this ribbon quilling, we're gonna need a boatload of bias tape, so I have reasons to try to be comfortable and get good at this. Just holding carefully. No, I did. Oh, how wide are you cut? This gauge makes a 7/8 of an inch piece. Using this little cutting gauge that's in the puzzle box. You slot the scissors in one end. And it's got a F to cut a strip for facing, B for the bias binding, and C to make cording. And so, but the bias binding foot for this machine, it likes either an 11/16 or 7/8 inch strips. It's very particular. No fat 2-inch bias binding here. Doing good and then like getting nervous. It's probably easier if I if I support the shears on the table instead of just free cutting it in the air. What the? There's no danger in that. Not that we need danger in sewing. As told before the show, don't sew through your nails. Oh, there goes the Tupperware. Pretty narrow, not more narrow than the modern bias tape tools. Again, why not? Oh, there's the O that I was looking for. Whatever. Right now, we're just the. Oh, you're used to. I'm sure. Yeah, 1.5 to 1.25 from the quilters. Yes. I know a lot of the modern is much wider than these little itty bitty strips. After a little bit, we'll see if I can cut a little bit more, and we'll try the foot. Okay. This is going to take forever, so I'm going to leave myself a little tail so I know where to return to. Let's just try this little strip and see. Remember how to stitch. Okay, cutter tool over there. Check. We need our universal foot. And the bias holder is very similarly shaped to the smallest spoon hammer, but it's different. Okay, let's pop off that foot. Oh, this is the quilting attachment. Do you remember? Where's the tool? Oh, right. This is the foot attachment, the same one we use for the quilting. Right, this looks like piece number 6. Now I'm going to wish I had cut more because I think that I'm going to enjoy this. I think I'm going to like it. I can't tell which is the right side and which is the wrong side. What we're going to do is make sure that that foot is nice and well attached. Trim where the seam is. You pull it through the center of the foot all the way to the back because we need to wrap it around itself. Oh, don't get, I'm getting stuck in the machine. Okay. See if we can zoom in a little bit far closer. See if we can make the light less hideous. So I pulled it through the back, slotted it through the center, and now I'm just rolling it so that it rolls on itself around the length of the tube. I'm not going to pull it all the way. I'm going to clamp it and let's see how this stitches itself up. Oh, you know what? I'm doing this wrong and it's not working because the center is where your fabric goes. It's got an inner slot and then the outer wider one, and I knitted around the whole outer too. It's been a while since I've used this, but okay. Now, if I was attaching it to something, you slot that in the middle. So this is around the outer section. Then there's the fabric. Yeah, okay. And if you need to, you can take a little tool and pull it out the back to get started. But now this should just sew a little strap. Where are we not sewing anything now? Oh, it was working. I was thinking I was flubbing up when actually it had just started to work. Okay. This is why, as much as I didn't like doing this in the beginning, it's important. Sometimes it does pay to do a little practice and make sure I know what I'm doing before I move on to the final, the final form. Okay, I'm just gonna take the other end. I'm gonna take my little forceps here. But actually, the thing, I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna make a little triangle, or cut a point so that I can pull through the little point at the back end of the foot. I can send it through the center. Alright, let's sew a spaghetti strap. So I was like thinking of wanting and needing all these little strappy types for details and things. And I was like, oh, you know what? I don't have a loop turner. And then I was like, Phoenix, there's another way you can do this. And you don't need to buy any more tools. You have everything you need right now. Just have to practice using it. You can see out the back is our beautiful bias folded spaghetti strap. Did I do some bad cutting and things are a little funky? Yes. Again, practice. Okay. Oh, let's see here, Jess. You made a bag this summer by weaving 2-inch pieces that you made of homemade bias tape, and then with the bias tape forming a 3D cube. I'd love to figure out how to send you a picture of it. Can you? Where? I am super curious. That sounds fascinating. I'm on socials at all my places. Or now I'm in. That sounds fascinating. Okay. And I think somehow we're back at the beginning where I flubbed up there. This fabric is skinny enough that I can just slide it out. It didn't. It was a little narrow in places. I wonder if we use the F section. Okay, let me show you what I see. There's our spaghetti strap. It didn't turn completely perfectly nice, but for a first try, not the most terriblest. And if I wanted, you could also use this with the crappy piece. It's like a piping-esque detail. Are you on the Instagrams or the Twatters or where are you, Miss Jess? Where do you hide? I almost want to try cutting it on the F section and see if it's a little bit bigger, if it makes it a little bit nicer. Or okay. What was I gonna, oh! While we're trying things, let me cut even sections, and let's try to sew this on paper and twist it. What is gonna work if I do? Oh, you could always. Oh, go onto my YouTube. Also, I can post a picture. Sweet. I'll go to your YouTube and check it out, Miss Jess. Is it like Cube Bag DIY, or what's the title of the video? Sweet. I will do that. I am intrigued. Oh, it showed it on W's. Oh, okay. Sweet. I'll track it down. I'll find this fancy bag pattern. Yeah, those other ways of I've got some. I don't think I have 2-inch pre-made. No, I need something. Let me just cut strips generally the same length because I'm going to take a piece of this magazine paper and just try. Sure, Prada, you're it. Oh, to do the loopy one, there's also this way that we just. Oh, I should change feet. Oh, you have Instagram. Sweet. Let me. Are you your same handle there? Search. Oh, you know, okay. Oh, I think I found you. Follow. Check. Cute. Those are some cute blocks. Oh, that little sundress thing. Oh, that little apron. Cute. Awesome. Okay. Oh, that dinosaur. That's totes adorbs. Okay, there's the photo. So what I'm gonna just practice is sewing, now that we've got this little bit of spaghetti strap, stitch it on the paper, and then actually I do need to cut strips. How long? We'll just cut them all. Okay, foot, get on there. Can you please? I know, I was trying to like get all this stuff done, think I was gonna have segments and be all like fancy and professional, and I show up and I just am flubbing around like a flub. Just not. I'm trying to improve and not stay stagnant and bad. So I just picked a random length and I'm just cutting strips all the generally same length. Sweet. Alright, I found ya. I did it. I was like, oh, that looks like you. This must be the right one. You do not seem to be very active on that page. Seeing everybody like all in an uproar. I had TikTok for a hot minute in the 2020 time, and then I got rid of it. I don't enjoy short form content like that. I don't like making it. I don't like watching it. It's just not for me. And I don't know if I took the time to make short form content like that, would folks who like enjoy that content want to come and see me stitch for an hour and a half to 4 hours? Like, I don't think. Sweet. Thank you. Once we have all these strips, I'm going to sew them along one side. Then we're going to twist them and sew them along the other side. So I've been seeing a fair amount of Indian and Pakistani tailors use this type of a technique. A, sewing on paper or newspaper as a stabilizer, but just all of the ornamentation. And it's been a while since we've sewn bloomers and a chemisette. So for the first underwear of 2025, let's make it a little over the top. Alright, and I'm just going to leave this loopy side to I'm just going to set the pieces down and start stitching. And I'm trying to generally do it about every presser foot. Hey, Kilroy! Poofy sleep. Yes, I'm wearing my corset hoodie that we made in... Has it been 2 years since we made this hoodie? Yep. Oh. Yeah, and I just needed something warm. I had something more revealing and differently cued on, but I just needed warm, cozy clothes. You know when you're grumpy and you just feel like you need to wear a hug? No, I'm horrible about it. Fair. I don't mind taking pictures, but I've also been trying, since I don't love Facebook, Instagram, I've been attempting to put a little bit more up on my locals page, which is, I guess for a lack of a better description, in competitor for Patreon. You can have different levels, or you can have content up there for free, or different things. I don't think I have anything behind a paywall because I just don't right now. I do try to put the exclusive sneak peeks of things up over there. Trying to. Alright, now that we've got these strips, all but this last one, stitched down. No, please just drive the right direction. Killer, how have you been? I hope the weekend's been treating you well. I'm not going to bother to backstitch because eventually all this would be like covered over. So then this next time around I can, let's see here, there's like twist it. Yeah, I'll put a twist in it. You been playing any fun video games or just who's reading anything good? We're reading the second... Oh, Dance with the Devils, the sequel to Mongol Moon. And I also found that I have a copy of both the Corsets and Crinoline and something else. Of course, I can't think of it. Cold. Oh, yeah, it is cold. And it's going to get worse. Low of -11 Tuesday night. Holy... No. I do not miss Western New York weather like that. Did Lake Erie finally freeze over? Because that'll help some with the lake effect, though not with the cold. That's brutal. No thanks. And here I am complaining that it's going to be like in the 20s in the nighttime, which is still too cold for me, but not -11 cold. And then if I... Okay, so we got all our... just about all tacked down. And then... Okay. Let's go. We got our strips attached to the paper. We can pretend if I take like no, it hasn't frozen over yet. Ugh. So hopefully soon. Oh, this is. Here's the fabric we need to put the rolled hem into. Hopefully it freezes over soon so that it'll just, that you guys, everybody doesn't have to worry about lake effect anymore. You can take some fabric and stitch it and then stitch it along and use it as an insertion in something like a sleeve. Or you could do like 2 layers and put some beads. The amount of ornamentation and decoration that one can do from this section is kind of endless, but I just wanted to, okay, we tried a little bit of something out. We are kind of having a hummingbird show. I am just jumping around from task to task. Where's my favorite rolled hem part? Is that the one I dropped? Oh, breaks the door. Hand over the stitch. Right. Hand over the stitches. Is this the foot I like? Is this the foot I like? I don't think so. I hope I didn't drop it. Oh, I am like good. Some days we're. Well, let's just give this a little quick check and see. I don't think this is the foot I'm looking for, though. It doesn't feel heavy enough. But then, where? Oh, hey Mario! You know if Panda will be wearing the zipper dress at the inauguration tomorrow? I don't know if he's gonna wear my zipper dress. I don't know. How are you doing, Mario? What are you drawing? Okay, I'm gonna practice on a quick scrap just in case this is, but this is not the. I'll keep the foot I like separate from the other two. These are not the feet you're looking for. Oh, it's color. Oh, good, you're doing all right. Drawing some Japanese mecha and finishing a Wolverine. Awesome. Fun. I know, I've just been sketching dresses, but this one working. Oh. Oh, that's... Okay. This foot is working with this fabric. Doesn't feel like the foot I prefer, but not the best, but not the worst. Oh, you know what? If we're gonna sew on this silvery organza, we should probably put gray thread in. Where's my gray cone? Because, so, words, Phoenix, what are you doing? I have this strip. We're gonna hem the seams, and then in little chunks, we're gonna try some different hand-sewn manipulation. Also, I guess some folks call it Canadian smocking. Some smocking, but not the kind for like little girls' dresses. We're gonna do something fancy. First, we're going to switch out our colored thread. Bobbin gray. Top stitch gray. Alright, let's look. Puzzle box back in the drawer. Okay, where did we put? Yes, today is a day where I think I would lose my head if it wasn't attached. Some days are just like that. Gray, black off. There's bobbin. I gotta go through and find. I've got presser feet everywhere and not where they're supposed to be. Gray bobbin, check. And my brain really wants to do this. I want this dress soon, but then I'm like, if I'm going to be doing hand stitching, I really need to finish that art quilt. But the due date for that one is not until April. In my head, I'm like, oh, I don't have that much left. I can do this other project and still have that done by the deadline, right? As much as I think it's possible, the part of me that's like, you have too many started and unfinished things. How about you just get something done? But we'll see. Before I can start on the dress, I have to pick out and feel comfortable with the smocking pattern. So we're definitely not there yet. First step is hammering this fabric. Alright, so much for trying to find the hook for that white thread so that it stays in its spot, but what else? Alright, we are rambling, we're not yelling, we're happy, things are great. I love that tomorrow's Monday and I have a joy for working Monday holidays. Mostly because I forget that they exist. So I work on them. But that's for neither here nor there. They did have one of those people's marches in town yesterday, and I get the paper, the headline from the local paper. Dozens of people show up. Did I just break my needle? No. Okay. Oops. Tried to sound like it though. Oh. Oh, Killer, I caught the tail end of the victory rally. The village people still have it. Still buff and limber. Oh, funny. That's so awesome that they performed. I know I keep hearing they're like changing all the venue stuff, but then it's supposed to be like frigid, and a lot of elderly folks show up. So I can see them not wanting to be a health risk for their vulnerable individuals. Oh, there. I knew that wasn't my favorite foot. Here's the one I like. I'm surprised this one worked, but I'd rather use the foot I really like than the one that randomly happened to work. Oh, is there more tea? And then I was looking at pictures. There was no. I didn't see any young people of the dozens of people. Alright, let's do a quick rolled hem on this shear. Which it doesn't. I'm trying to like worry on my sampler piece. Which is the right side and which is the wrong side? Phoenix. Right now it doesn't really matter. This is your sample, not your final form. Then I can take the cutting mat and with a pencil draw my 1-inch grid. And then we'll pick out different motifs and try them out and then go with pick out one for the final form, even though I kind of think I know what I want. Yeah, Killer DC's going to become a deep freezer overnight. Moving it inside is the only safe option. That's what I was thinking too. It's gonna get so cold that salt and brine might not work. Oh wow, that's yeah. I heard some like rumblings. It was like, oh, there's a credible threat, but then I was like, they're with folks being so vulnerable and temperatures like that, you shouldn't be at it. It's not good form to have outdoor events in temperatures like that. Too cold. Did I run out of bobbin thread? Nope. No, it just looks so good I can't see it. Oh, Mario, this is when I'm glad we have no snow in Mexico. We have rain, but no snow. No snow, even in the mountains? Oh, no, my bobbin did something happen. I knew it, and I didn't trust myself. Yeah, I've lived where there's snow. I just don't choose it. In the mountains, we do have snow. That's what I was guessing. But you have to work. Like, you can go to the snow, but you don't have to be in the snow. Which is the way I prefer it. Oh, it was my top thread that broke. Where are we? Oh, Kilroy Reagan had one of his inaugurations moved inside for the same reason, and William Henry Harrison died from pneumonia contracted from a particularly cold inauguration. Yup. And Mario says, exactly. Yeah. I like to be able to like see the snow, but I also enjoy not having to participate in it. How did I get completely wonked up in my... Okay, now I think we're not all wonky in our thread uptake. There's something pulling too hard. Alright, let's... Hey, Horror! Welcome! Yes, we are back to being multicultural. We've missed Allie's. Now we've got all... North America is fully reppin' now. We are here. And get back to... Where's my thread? Do I have that? Or... Yes. Oh, let me see. Where's my sketch? No, of course not, because my brain moves like a million miles a minute, and I have to force myself to slow down because my hands can't keep up as quickly as my brain comes up with projects. And I'm being too poly project as it is. I try to be monago project, so I know something's going to get done, and I am failing at that right now. But I figured today would just be a hodgepodge show. A little of this, a little of that. We figured out how to sew continuous bias tape. We attempted to figure out how to cut it. Stitched it up to make spaghetti straps, so tackling a lot of little things this afternoon. Oh, let's see here, Killer. You just read that Trump's planning on signing over 200 executive orders tomorrow. Wow, his hand's gonna get tired. I don't know if I'd be able to do my signature 200 times in a single day. Yeah, I don't know. And hopefully they're worthwhile things and not. I know there's lots of folks who are getting pretty grumpy if he does not blanket pardon the J6ers, that there's going to be quite a few. There's going to be some rioting, I think. Oh, horror. I'm not libertarian. I'm libertarian, not Republican. I think we've got a number of libertarians repping in the chat. I am party-less because right now, in my head, they all... I'm not a fan of any of them right now. I think we need a new party. But I don't know fully how I think that should look. Nor am I volunteering because, oh, I have to be careful. This sheer dress, this fabric is trying to like make a pull in it. No, Killer, I want to see him keep his promise to pardon Ross Albright. Yeah, I think he has quite a few pardons he needs to do. Do we have any last minute bets? Did Biden pardon Fauci or Liz Cheney or the rest of his family members? It's only got a couple more hours, or it's going to be a week enough. Oh, that's... Oh, I always forget. On my thread stand, there is a right and a wrong way to do it, and I frequently do it wrong. Oh, Killer wants we need the Festivus party, a party for the rest of us. Yes, I think correct. Yup. All right. Well, I concur. I like that name, the Festivus party. I think we do need something that's not based on a religious principle so much. Something. Hello, dude. Would you like to come say hi? Gonna come keep me company? I need a break. Okay, cat time. Ah, brings the aluminum pole. Yes. Oh, did you guys get your dinner yet? And you're done? Or are you just hanging out with me? Do you think I'm going to give you more snacks? What do you think is happening? Ooh, I think that I need to get off my fabric. Yep, for signage. I think I could help with some of like the... we can stitch little patches. Yeah, I just think it's time. We're just due for a new choice because the old options, they're just not cutting it for me. They're coming back to the dealer to get their shit rid of. And yeah. It's true. They just, they're so stuck on the bullshit. I need some independent thought, something sensical and populist, not just tired with what is. I'm frustrated that my stitching is. Glad this is not the final project. It's for some, my thread is just getting stuck. Can you not do that? Well, what if we... Okay, oops. I need a little weight on this top thread. But the spool is too heavy, so let's try a bobbin. Alright. We're almost back in stitches. I found like 5 or 6 different smocking plates that intrigued me. Oh, let me pull up, see if I can grab this one. Not for this project, but I am really, come back here, my pretty. Okay, run faster. Don't. There's that one that I really like. This one. Down the back of something. That pattern just reminds me of vertebra, and I think it would be funny to do maybe a dress, like on the front, to do something that looks like ribs, and this to be the back on this little strip. But not this project. I'm kind of thinking of some of... Also not for this project. Oh, not... There's a dragon scale one. I'm thinking more of that classic honeycomb. Which of course is the one I don't have. Or I do, but it's not to hand. I'll keep my eyes open for that one. I know I also have somehow I misplaced a book. I have the dust jacket for it, and I know where all my other crafty fabric books are. Of course, the one that I know has got the smocking plates in it. Decided to take a look. And I'm kind of frustrated. Alright, let's go back because I lost. That's where I think we lost the hem. Alright, let's see if we can finally finish the hem on this side. Because I think the rest of the construction of this, again. Alright, you are out of here. I think we're just going to sew this on white. It's a practice one. It doesn't matter. Never had the thread break. I haven't. Oh, I take that back. I did break a needle earlier before the show started. Right now, broken threads 5 times in 3 minutes makes for a slightly grouchy phoenix at the costume shop. Oh, my that song. Alright, enough humming. Let's have the sweet sounds of stitches. Thank you, dear. Ah, finally. What is your favorite type of apple? I am kind of a big fan of the pink ladies. And then there's the rose one. Is that the one that's got the hint of... I'm a big fan. I like pink ladies. And they're pretty. But I guess being from New York State, I should say Macintosh. Kilroy's a big fan of the Red Delicious. I prefer the tartar ones, like a Granny Smith. There's one of the yellow ones that's kind of too mealy flavored. Not the Yellow Delicious. It's a different one. That's a good question. It's been a hot minute since I've ate an apple. Not the right season, though. Yeah, I'm going to stick with it. Pink ladies. Oh, Cortlands are fine. Macintoshes are fine. I don't mind a Yellow Delicious if I'm cooking, because it's got a firmer texture to it. Oh, I forgot that I was sewing with white, and I was going to be like, what's going on? Oh, Tori, you don't think you've had a pink lady. They're nice. I like them. I'm pretty sure they've got a hint of rose in them, and the insides have this like beautiful blush pink hue. They're pretty. I'd look for those, or look for an orchard that has those. Worth it. I know, I was thinking the other day, because there's only, there's a Texas Ruby grapefruit. There's only one type of grapefruit I like. I generally like grapefruit. Ugh. Don't like it. But there was a really sweet one. Is it Texas Ruby? I can't remember. There was one that I did not think was horrible, and that was impressive, because, yeah, grapefruit. You can keep it. Warren loves grapefruit. Somebody has to. I know folks really enjoy it. It just... not my jam. Do you like yours sprinkled with sugar or just plain? It's not that I don't like that bitter... I enjoy bitter flavor, just not that bitter flavor. Oh, you don't even put sugar on it. Somebody has to enjoy that citrus. There's a fruit for everybody. And all fruits are welcome at the fruit bowl. Oh, look at that beautiful hem. And it doesn't even matter that the white, because that's going to be on the inside of this sampler. Where... oh, is that my sketch? Oh. No, I've got all my sketches except for that one. Yeah. No, I do have it. Oh, that's funny, Killer. You're weird. You love orange juice but hate oranges. I'm kind of used to be in the same camp, and I realized I disliked oranges because of the texture of the cells in the fruit or if there was too much of the pith on it. Yeah, I don't like pulpy orange juice either. Yeah, it's completely a texture thing. I was like, no, don't like the feel of that like string and pulpiness in my mouth. I've gotten better, but so this is the number. Yeah, that texture, I don't like it. It just, when I was little, I really wouldn't. I would like prefer the orange cut up into segments with the skin still on it, so I could just put it in my mouth with this out the shell, suck out the juice, and then I would just hand it back. I'm like, no thanks. I was that kid, and I'm this kid that's gonna make this gorgeous thing, this deep V, the gathering that, because where it's darker in here's where I'm going to do the smocking to add the shaping, and then it'll just hang loose from there because I need some fabric up at this section. We'll do a little bit of smocking at the shoulders. I'm just going to turn it around, and I think I low V back with a beaded kind of a necklace detail with something hanging down, and a little bit of detail to bring the wrist in to give it some shape. So this fabric is not super sheer, but sheer enough. So I was going to make a collection of little slips to wear underneath so I can change at the same overlayer, but then feel like something different by changing what color slip we've got underneath. So we've got this section prepped for our practice smocking. So I think that's going to be the longest part on this project. I think the garment construction is going to go pretty quickly because there's not that many seams in it. So we'll do a rolled hem in the front and down the back to keep everything nice. You know, what was that funny thing? Because we already know hot dogs are sandwiches, cereal is soup. I forgot what it was. Oh well, we'll see if it comes back. Oh, I'm so glad we oiled enough that I got that squeak away. It's something around the bobbin casing, or the bobbin race mechanism. Because yesterday's show, that squeak was driving me bananas. It's like nails on a chalkboard, and I can't do anything about it. I'm like, oh my god. I think I found it. Yeah, so for the practice, I'll probably just take a black pen and just do little dots on the 1-inch grid, because most of the details, or I'm just going to use 1-inch sections, because that will help me figure out how much bigger I need to cut the front panel. I'm trying to decide if we're going to do a little smocking at the back on the waist section to nip it in. Hey, Allie, welcome. Hot dogs are a wrap. That's true. You're standing by that one for sure. And bun wraps around the hot dog. Yup. All right. If and only if there is a top and bottom, then it's a sandwich. So then what is a hoagie if you haven't cut it all the way open? Is a hoagie a wrap and not a sandwich then, by that definition? That's such a contentious one. No, a hot dog is a canapé. want little hors d'oeuvres. I should have got those little smokies so I could have made pigs in a blanket. There was I heard another one that I hadn't thought of, and of course it's gonna escape me. Oh, Allie says a hoagie is a wrap, just like a pita wrap. So similar, right? Alright, okay. But true, it does have that hot dog shaped bun style. So it's not quite a sub, because the sub is open on both sides. So contentious we are with our food fights. Oh, hellos all around in the chat. I'm starting to wake up and perk up a little bit at 5:30. Ugh. Yeah, so I've got enough space so we can. Maybe I'll mark off foot 12-inch grids and then use a different color for each 12-inch section so that I can know how much I started with, and then I'll be able to figure out how much fabric got the percent of size decrease as a result of the smocking details. Oof. Because I saw somebody saying a rough guesstimate is to cut the fabric 3 times larger than the finished measurements before you do the smocking treatments. So we'll see how that's gonna work. So I was also gonna go through and see if we do that honeycomb one. It would be cute if we could sew some beads on top at the join sections. Because I've got beads that have moved across the country and I think I've owned since I was 12, so we should use them. They're not living their best life in boxes. And I was trying to think, we don't have on the list of projects anything where the 2025 version of Phoenix gets high on E6000 on stream. I don't know what project that's going to be yet this year. Not that I purposely try to get high on the glue, but holy shnikes, that E6000 that is potent adhesive. Oh. Okay. Alright, so we're almost done with the second side. I will not bore everybody while I put the marks on this pattern on this for the next step. Might just do a progress recap next week. Let's see here. Allie, you found a pattern for a shirt that has the sleeves attached when you cut the fabric. No sleeve-all hell, an 1863 design, I think. Ooh, you might try that. I think you should. I've seen... Who is it? Bianca... Is that... Oh, the Closet Historian. I've not seen it for more tailored shapes. Oh, Hillary tried the E6000 once. It literally never dried. You were a little hesitant to buy it now. No, those two, both of them, last year and the year before. Woo! Phoenix got lid on glue accidentally. Mine dried okay, but it's not humid where I'm at. I wonder if it's too humid. I have seen, some of the Indian tailors use the B5. There's a B1 that I see them using more often. I wonder if that works better in humidity than the E6000. Because that glue, the glue's so potent you taste it, then you're oh no, looks like I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue. Yeah, pretty much. That stuff really, I should really should do it outside. We should do an outside live stream so I can get some more fresh air, but I don't have any outside outlets, so it would be a very short stream unless I streamed off my phone. But then I don't think I'd be able to read the chat. Yeah. That stuff packs a punch for sure. Oh, this is gonna be... Okay. Alright, this step done. Now to do the markings and try the different motifs to see which one I want to do, even though in my head we're going to do the honeycomb because I think it'll give the nicest shaping for the diamond shape. No, Killer, you have a window right there. Wait until the summer and then open it up. Yes. Well, it didn't even last. Every time I've used it, it's been summer and I've been next to a window, but it's so potent. It still like F's me up. Okay. That's done. Should we attempt to cut more of that binding? No, that's too boring for people to watch. Alright, so I've got this. We'll mark. We'll do 18-inch set. We'll just do some the Canadian smocking samplers here till I choose which one for that dress. Alright, done. Got bias binding to cut. I have... Oh, that's a good idea. I do have a box fan I could stick right in the window, blowing it out to suck the fumes away. I could do that. I have all those tools. Yup, everybody's on the same plan. Smarter than me, seeing I should put a fan in the window so it sucks the air to the outside. Indeed, indeed. We will do that because lit 3 times on glue would be something else. Alright, should we sew the panels for this skirt together? Oh, Allie, you tried to find some help for the Belgian that was having trouble with her Singer 127, but found out everyone I know there quit. Oh no! Stream stoned on glue. Oh, it's horror. It's happened twice in the repertoire. Yeah. The game. Yep. The world has gone to heck in a handbasket. Yes, it has. It's a hot mess. It's not good. It's interesting. Let's sew some straight lines. Then we'll cut a waistband for this skirt. Oh, but one of the other things I finished at the beginning of the year were these pink silk shorts that needed the waistband attached, and the leg hem's done. Done! And I sewed the binding that's got the folds at the top and the bottom so I can run a lace through to sew it, tighten it up. Oh, Killer, my so-called life has the pot streams. You have the E6000 streams. Yep. Yeah, it takes a special type of a weirdo to get accidentally high on glue on stream. Oh, let's see here. You were wearing a pirate shirt, Phoenix. Nyar! I do have my corset hoodie on. Where's my foot? Where's the foot I'm looking for? There you are. Yarr. I have to make sure I've got my Skull and Crossbones coffee mug next to me. Oh, strong. What did I do to this skirt? Yeah, I don't. No smoking for me, but accidental glue exposures. Ooh, yeah. Only once a year. We save that stream for once a year. Oh, you know what? I didn't do is cut the waist section for these pieces. Oh, well, let's see it. Killer right now. That reminds me of another YouTuber Rumbler, Smokin' Scan. He just streams where he gets high and shoots shit while listening to LA police scanners. Very entertaining. That that sounds interesting. LA, yes, the skull and bone mug. That that be the way my hearting yar. Oh, Gilroy. Need clowns on the LA City Council too. Somebody has to. They're a hot mess right now. That Mayor Karen Bass, she smells like Karen ass. Where he makes a lot of money at it too. Oh, interesting. Huh. I've never heard of this individual smoking scam. But sounds about right. Huh. So many streamers and not enough time. Okay, so there's. I wonder if I should. It would behoove myself if I cut the waist so I know these pieces are supposed to line up. Alright, I'll look him up. You won't be disappointed. He does police chases too. Oh man. Alright, let me get my screenshot device activated. Locus, yeah, done. Oh, Ellie, I've seen that guy's stream pop up just this week. Watched twice a little bit. Oh, that's so funny the way things just get fed through the algorithms and the zeitgeist. From sewing to smoking and streaming while listening to police scanners. I don't know what. Oh, the fire debacle. It just makes me mad and sad and irritated. Oh my god, Hori walks around in his dirty underwear, and when he needs to fart, he'll go to one of the many webcams and let her rip. Oh man. Wow. Wow. That takes some cojones that I don't think I have. Well, good for him. Good on him. Alright, I found my waistband sections. Let me line them up, put a pin, and trim all layers. Is this best practice? Definitely not. But sometimes we're reckless. Yeah, I'm gonna just cut. Oh. I'm not gonna cut super huge. I can always make the waistband bigger. I just mostly need it to remember where things are supposed to go. Okay. Now we have a waistband. For our double circle skirt. think I was like holding off on this project last week because I haven't decided if I'm going to make this a skirt and then have where you'll have different tops, or if I wanted to make a dress. And in which case, I didn't pick out a bodice pattern for this dress, or haven't settled one out. Oh, Ellie, yes, the fires on the West Coast this season, all supposedly by deadfall, not taken away for a long time. Pine beetle pines in Jasper and deadfall brush in Cali, both over 5 years, and Cali was 15 in some spots. Yeah, you have to manage the forests. That's one of the Actually, that's one of the things that we haven't had a lot of yet this year. But where I am, we do have controlled burns. To try to help mitigate that undergrowth. It it has to happen. It's part of the season of the forests here. Fire happens. It has to happen. Oh, but then they were having issues at the forest Department of Forestry, like, oh, it's a toxic work environment. Oh, he's harassing me, and I don't know what to believe or listen to anymore. It's kind of that same, oh, that horrible thing from the fire deputy chief or whatever was like, your husband was in the fire, then he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Like, no, you need to be able to pass the physical fitness tests. You can either do the job or you can't, in which case, get out of the way for somebody qualified. Oh, that made me so mad. And I thought that girl was a boy, but I didn't realize afterwards because she had like fat voice. Oh, Allie, mayor and governor never explained right away why they ran out of water. The burnt houses all have a main water, and all the lines boil and slit. 2,000 homes drained the system. 150,000 now burnt. Yeah, they were like, oh, that was the one reservoir that was under construction, and allegedly there's clips of folks setting fires, and we've had that problem too, that either the meth users or people trying to, because it gets cold in the nighttime here, just setting fires for warmth and different things. But oh, it gets my goat. It makes me mad. Oh, yeah, beer junkies set fires all the time. Yeah, we have that same too, because they just. There's a lot of drugs and a lot of. I didn't know they often set fires to buildings too. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Or, let's see here, Ellie, yes, horrible statement. Some fall asleep at night and the house catches fire. People don't sleep at night. What? In their homes? She couldn't have said that. Yeah. Like, an electrical thing doesn't happen. The dryer malfunctioned. The washing machine. Somebody didn't clean the dryer vents from their central air. Like, oh my god, the audacity. To just be like, oh, you were in the wrong place at the wrong time. Oh, yeah, yeah. Alright. We'll just even out the hem again when we're finished sewing, because this is not lining up exactly, but we'll fix that. Yeah. Oh, it's so disgusting. So mad. But then I guess what was it? The mayor for Berkeley or whatever, who had to get let go because she was just also utterly incompetent. And I really am starting to agree with the folks who were. I'm sorry, Horror, your great grandmother died in a house fire along with her two brothers. I can't admit, that just sounds terrible. Yeah, yeah, super not uncommon either today or back in the day. Candles and random note. I really like this muted block print color blocky thing. Probably should. I don't know. I haven't decided. I don't like to say should when I'm sewing. Do I want to wear any top or do I want to make a dress and not have to think about what top I'm wearing? That is the question. Get out random pin. Alright, that's good. Oh, probably pins from the bottom when I cut it. So I've learned if I'm cutting enough layers, throw some pins in it so your fabric doesn't shift around. Alright, Allie, we'll be here. We'll get some coffee. I'm gonna drink some tea. Bubbly, fizzy gin chai. That's what's in my cup. And let's get this scripted. And we'll see if we want to throw some ribbons on the seams just to like jazz it up a little bit. You're going to bed soon. Alright, have a good night. Or I know I was trying to see. I was like, am I going to like rush and finish up my show so that I can go to Panda's chat, or am I just gonna run my own show and just not stress about not being able to be everywhere? But you have sweet dreams, horror, when you get there. I'm glad we could. Hopefully, we didn't make you too aggravated, so that you can just have dreams of whatever brings you joy. I'm gonna dream of poutine. Oh, now I want french fries, and I don't have potatoes right now. Oh, yup. Mario, good night, horror. Thanks for stopping by the costume shop. No, I'm impressed with that how many yards I had on this bolt that I found from the Goodwill, but we are sewing through our supplies and all sorts of over-the-top things. Ooh, you have a poutine shop not far away. I've never had poutine, but I don't know what could be wrong with french fries, gravy, and cheese curds. That just sounds spectacular. Maybe could it have some like pulled pork or pulled chicken on it? That's what I figured, dozens of types of poutine. Yeah, I think I'd like smoked brisket with, oh, I'm getting hungry. Wow. I'm gonna be dreaming about poutine, I think. I think I also just need to go to the butcher's and get some brisket and pastrami. Okay, stop sounding like a fat kid. To make sure that our cute clothes that we made 2 years ago fit again, because they did not fit last summer, and I was kind of disappointed. Oh, I need to figure out, I busted the zipper on my skull stays that had the zipper in them, because I'm not down to my fighting weight. And I was like, oh, maybe I can get the zipper to zip. And no, I could not. Now I have to rip it out and decide if I want to put eyelets, another zipper. Might. I'm kind of leaning towards just making a strip with punched eyelets and stitching it in, because I want to wear it now, and I don't want to have to wait till I'm down to my fighting weight for it to fit again. We'll see. Alright, let's get this skirt situation settled. Okay. We're sending links for to all the poutine restaurants. Okay. I'm gonna do this. Figure out what type of poutine we're gonna make at our house. Now I'm going to have to make them. That sounds spectacular. Oh my god, but I made cheesy creamy chicken last night. Oh. Like, oh, we've got these random cheeses and things left over in the fridge. We need to make some room. Let's just throw a whole bunch of leftovers. I made a roux. Did all the right things. Allie's back. Oh no, coldest day so far, and I've got an ice cream cone for a snack. Oh man. There's some folks like you. Some folks can do that. That is not my style. It's not the coldest day, but somebody gave me a box of Junior Mints that I stuck in the freezer. And I did snack on a couple of frozen Junior Mints before the show. I was like, yeah. Oh, that was so silly. We went to the grocery shopping the other day, and $5 for a box of these. Somehow they were actually good for gluten-free cookies. There was like the Mexican wedding cookies, the jelly ones that are the 2 layers where you like with the heart in the center. There was some biscotti. There was a sesame little ball drop thinger. I don't know. We don't usually have cookies, and most of them were just not overly sweet folks. But that day he was like, I need all the cookies. So he like kind of devoured a whole bunch of too many cookies in one day. But at least they're gone now. They're not teasing me. But I did bake bread, so then I've got like bread and cheese, because that grilled cheese and the tomato soup we made on Friday night. It's just too much. Tin tomatoes make the best base for tomato soup. Makes it so easy. Then it was spicy because we've got a 1 liter bottle of the Valencia Mexican chili sauce stuff, because Dove wanted Tapatio, and I was like, a little bottle for $3.50, and I was like, let's get this giant bottle for the same price. And it's nice because it's got a back of the throat warming to it. It's not a tip of the tongue set your whole mouth on fire. It's just makes your throat nice and warm. And I am a big fan. That sauce is good. I concur. Good. Thank you. I'm glad that I picked a good Mexican sauce. Oh, Hora, you just looked at that menu again. I think I will try the meatball poutine next time. I'd like one with brisket, please, or brisket, pastrami. Ugh. I've got Mexican hot sauce on Canadian poutine. All right. Just throw in some Vareniki and it'll be good. I'm sure, Mario, we have many good ones. Some mid, some really hot. Yeah. Some folks like the mild ones. I kind of when I'm in the mood, I like stuff really hot, and sometimes I just want a good flavor. Ooh, Kira, you like the El Yucateco habanero sauce when it comes to Mexican hot sauces. I'm gonna have to look for this one. I have to see if the market has that. I'm always down, because where I'm from, like, usually my default, if I'm not thinking it's Frank's. Oh, Hor, you've been into Indian spicy lately. Me too. Actually, that reminds me, I need to make some lentils. Because there's an Indian grocery store not too far, so I've been stocking up. Got a packet of the Kashmiri Mirch, the red chili powder, and the flakes. Oh, that stuff, hot, so good. Walmart has it, at least yours does. I'm gonna have to look. Ooh, Ali pastrami is like Montreal smoked meat. That is a great one on poutine. I was like, I couldn't think of how pastrami would be bad on poutine. It's like, that just sounds, that just sounds like a match made in heaven. I'll have to look the next time I'm up by Walmart way. There's not a Walmart in my town. To go out of town, but I'm gonna keep my eyeballs open for that. All right, skirt panels done. Oh, you know what? I probably should do our flat fold seam on them, because where do we want to do that? We're gonna add some lace and be a little OTT on this skirt. I think we're definitely going to need a waistband of some type, because of course I try to cut just a little bit because I knew this was a double circle skirt, and I think this waist is a little bit bigger than mine. I am. I'll have to do a little tuck and gather. Ooh, or you've been buying Indian pickle. I just add a scoop to the pot of rice and dinner is served. Ooh, is that the one? Is that like the Punjabi pickle that's in the okra that's in oil? That one is really, I really like that. I have to get some more the next time out to the Indian market. Oh, and the long peppers. I'm glad I bought a bag of those. The flavor is just, it's not the same as black pepper, long pepper. If you can get your hands on it, I would try it. Highly recommend. Absolutely worth it. And the Punjabi pickle and oil. Ooh, oh, the international food aisle. Ours does. I will have to look. I don't know if they've got the Indian pickles there. I'll have to look the next time. But yeah, they definitely have the Punjabi one at the. Well, I keep saying it at the Indian corner store. All right, one skirt almost done. We tried button. Okay, we're checking away at our stuff here. We'll go a little bit longer, and then I'll probably call it quits because I'm getting. It's 6 o'clock. I'm gonna need some dinner in a little bit. Let's stitch down these seams from the inside. I haven't completely sewn the skirt closed yet because I find that it's easier to do stuff while it's flat. Partly because that helps me to make sure I don't sew the wrong wrong things together. I don't know why I feel that it doesn't enforce the seams enough. If I stitch them flat open, I like to fold it over. I don't know. I just prefer it that way. Oh, especially after all this food talk. Exactly, I know. Oh my god. Except I'm going to have to think about what we're gonna make. We just had rice, we just had chicken. Oh, I think I've got dumplings in the freezer and cabbage. I'm gonna have cabbage and dumplings. I think we got a little bit of kimchi left. I already had bread and cheese today, so I probably should not have more bread and cheese, even though I could. I'm right, Mario, you're hungry now. Yeah, the cats have their intermission at the concession stand at the beginning of the show, and then the individuals with opposable thumbs, we work a little bit, and then we're like, and now is the food talk time. I can't believe how people were melting down over the whole TikTok thing. But I guess there's a 90-day pause, so they took it away, people freaked out, and now it's back for a little bit. But I was also saying, what is that other app? Red Notebook? I was like, well, that just sounds like, can you say you're not a communist app? Tell me you're not a communist app. Tell me you're a communist app without telling me you're a communist app. That's the turn of phrase we were looking for. It's like, what? I don't know. Again, earlier in the show, I do not enjoy consuming or making uber short form content. That's why I'm a live streamer. Yeah, so I'm just stitching this down. There's a couple spots where I'm going to have to even out the hem, but we'll get there. Oh, Ellie, TikTok is spyware. Red Door is as well. That's what it sounded like. I was like, these apps, if you can be done after a few hours and know a little bit of Mandarin, something just doesn't sound right about that situation. It seems like there's not many apps that probably aren't some flavor of spyware or something. I didn't randomly scroll through Facebook because there's certain things where I'm just kind of stuck with it that irritates me. I'd probably get rid of it. Facebook and Instagram, but it's also why I haven't bothered to look into the Calyx phones, because I only look at Facebook and Instagram on my phone, and why have a fancy phone if I'm just going to ruin it? Oh, Ellie, a Canadian and a U.S. business partner are making an offer to TikTok for it to be U.S. owned and operated with change to program. Interesting. Yeah, well, didn't I see Kik had a written offer intent to consider purchasing, and then didn't Mr. Beast want to try to put up a letter of interest also? Ellie, TikTok has access to all your phone, even when off. No thank you. If you have your bank app on your phone, the China government has that, including the PIN. Nope. Oh, that was funny too, because the lieutenant colonel a couple weeks ago was talking about how people that he was working with in the cybersecurity stuff, talking about having TikTok, and he's like, I don't trust you anymore. You can't do basic things. Oh, right. That's what I thought, Cyber Mario. Yeah, Mr. Beast wants to buy it. I should buy it and rename it to Taco Taco. Yes, please. Oh, that's funny. That's what I'm thinking too, Killer. I think they all spy on you that much. Yeah, I heard something similar about some of the game, like Candy Crush and some of the different games. I was like, all right, well, I guess the one game I had on my phone got uninstalled. Not that I need to be playing games on my phone. If I'm that depressed and playing games, then I should be sewing or doing sketching or doing something tangible rather than sitting on my ass with my thumbs playing video games. I think very few of the apps don't spy on you. I'm gonna go with that one. I think you should, Mario. Taco Taco. Well, was Rumble joking about it? Or didn't they just put up a big deal with El Salvador for cloud services? That was pretty exciting. Again, I'm like, oh, I should have bought stock when it was $5, and I bought stock even when it was up to 20. No. Oh, Mario. Yeah, even Google spies on you. I know. Haven't fully trained myself to using the Brave browser. I know. Dumplings and cabbage. Okay, just getting dinner settled. Says you're not having poutine tonight. I don't have any brisket or pastrami. Do have dumplings. Alright, so now I'm just sewing these seams all to one side, nice and flat and beautiful. I feel like there's a cat underneath me. Right, Mario. Yeah, they did a deal with El Salvador. I know, because I think I don't know if there's enough I know who, oh, I'm gonna forget, SG Sam has been a big push for Rumble Espanol. So I think that would definitely help to have creators not in languages other than English. But I think that's like a twofold. Creators need to create, and there needs to be viewers to watch. And I know being the one who's trying to keep everybody in stitches and being terrible at marketing, even though I should do better. Thank you. Oh, I look away and my cup just magically gets filled and set back next to me. I'm one lucky kid. Yeah, I'll probably cut a waistband for this. Do I want to just make it a dress? Open back, close back, long sleeve, short sleeves. Now I've got decisions. Might be easier to leave it open until I decide what to do with the top. Then also I need to trim the bottom because somehow we start off even at the bottom of these circle skirts and then somehow get a little marked. Now I've got a long pant, long sleeve open back. We've got our double circle skirt. We probably will. Do I want to sew some lace on the front? I don't know yet. Okay, that's at a pause spot for right now. I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, sneeze over with. Oh my gosh, 14. Oh, I was going to say 14 people, and now we're back down to 13. That's alright, that's cool. Probably just going to be a smidgers longer. What do we have left? Light on light. Okay, for the last little bit, let's. Okay, I think I see 10. Oh no, did I show off stuff? Oh yes, 10 in I've got 10 in Rumble and 3 on the tubes. I was afraid that I was like showing off goods. Because I do simul stream to the tubes because there's a handful of folks, or I could stream to Rumble. Let's stitch a little bit on our water soluble canvas and then we'll call it a show. We'll just do a little bit more. Yep, I got 10 in the Rumbles. I was stitching on this earlier in my brain. I was like, wouldn't it be funny to use the water soluble stabilizer to stitch a lace and then do like a lace panels with ribbon corset thing, maybe a little corset vest, not corset vest, Swiss waist or corset belt. That's the words I was looking for. But I'd love to see how this dissolves first. Oh, let me start a new motif. Did a couple of spider webs. Just stitching around. I was gonna dissolve it last week, and then I was like, wait, we've got all this empty space. Let's fill it all up, and then make it worthwhile when we dissolve it. I think we're almost to this. Well, satisfactorily filled up this little piece. I know we haven't. There are things we usually stitch on Saturdays, but it's my show and I'll sew what I want to. Oh. We shed a little light on that? How does that light look? I feel like I'm being blinded, but if it's good for you, then I will be blinded by the light. I'm just sewing like clouds. Oh, but the white's showing up. Oh, my mic's there. Oh yeah, there was so much fluff on the inside of the machine. I was so embarrassed. I was like, Phoenix. And the last time you lifted the hood and cleaned in there, it's been a little while. Just random spider webs and shapes right now. It's funny, the other one I have, I guess it does tear a little bit, but this, if I stitch too much, like it literally just dissolves or just falls apart. And I did a little leaf, we got a little poof ball. And now we just got shadows. Oh well. Alright, well, it'll just be another 5 minutes. Just a little bit. I think we're getting to the bead lace section, so Saturday is going to be fun as we get cut down to size by the Singer instructions for art embroidery. So once we're finished reading that, I don't know if we'll read the entire The Cult of the Needle. There's a couple of choice passages out of that book that, wow, just wow. We thought the Singer book made us feel inept. That one, I think, takes the cake. Oh, that's funny. That chirp is back a little bit. And I did notice it. It's worse when I don't have a presser foot on. But why would that be? Oh, let's see here. What would you know, you unmeasured apprentice? I wouldn't. I'm so terrible that... Yeah. I could measure 3 times and cut no times and still be a failure, according to that book. It's true. It's nice and humbling. Which was funny, because that book, cuts you down to size, and then I saw somebody that I know on Facebook post a quote from Jackie Chan or whatever. It was like, you should always make sure to, not say bad things about yourself, because your body remembers. And I was like, okay. But I'm always shaming and belittling myself. Or not shaming, but keeping myself humble and not more self-deprecating, not overly oh my god, Phoenix, you're so good. No, I'm not really that good. This little cloud, it's like a dandelion poof. Oh, okay, Allie, the feed dog bar is under the machine, the pivots, or even the top of the pivot on the feed dog bar to join. Okay. Let me make note of that, because, yeah, that's where it sounds like I hear it, right here when I was listening. Alright. I say 5 more minutes. Alright, let me screenshot this and let's see how this little puffy cloud turned out. I think I stitched enough. I might finally be able to say it's time to free it. I have one poofy cloud. Thanks for that, Allie. I'm going to oil that up. I think I'm also going to call it a show because my stomach is getting super hungry. Let me have a face for a second. All right. I'm going to look that up, Allie, as soon as I get off the show here and have a snack. Thank you so much for everybody who came to hang out with us today. We got prepped to cut for continuous fold bias tape. We sewed a circle skirt, a double circle skirt, except for the last panel. We played a little bit. We did the hemming so we can try the smocking for that fun little outfit that I'm thinking of. So it was quite a productive day. I will definitely be back on Saturday, 11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, to continue our misadventures with the Singer embroidery book. I don't know what we'll be working on next Sunday. I am reviewing, because I do have a copy of the Corsets and Crinoline, and thinking about how to rejiggy some of the pattern pieces for those corded stays, because that's going to happen. I just need to figure it out. So on that note, Little Man says, have a good night, everybody. We'll see you later. Bye-bye. Thanks, everybody. Please smash the buttons on the way out the door. All right, until next week, be awesome. BTFN. Okay, Faith.